this is Evan Campbell with Nintendojo. Today I'm here to talk about Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two for Wii U. If you're not familiar with the series, the first Epic Mickey was a Wii exclusive from famed game developer Warren Spector and his development team Junction Point Studios. That was 2010. Big exclusive game for Nintendo fans. Looks great on the Wii, utilized the pointer controls, had the thinning and painting mechanic. Well, that team is back here with the sequel 2 years later with The Power of Two, and this time it's going multi-platform. It's on the 360, PS3, PC, it's on the Wii, but here we're talking about the Wii U version. It was a launch game for Nintendo's new system. So one of the big things, yes, it has HD visuals, which the Wii version doesn't have obviously, but everyone wants to know what about the gamepad and how does it utilize it. Sadly, it comes with some trade-offs, unfortunately, and I can't say that this is the definitive version that you'll want to get as a Nintendo fan. You may even want to get the Wii version. Part of the reason up front is something that we've already talked about on the site. The Wii Remote, you can't use Wii pointer controls with the nunchuck attachment. Oswald, the two-player, can do that, but as player one, you can't. You can't even use the Wii U Pro controller. You have to go with the new gamepad, which is all fine and dandy. You want to utilize this. I do think the pointer control should be used. That's something that other games are allowing to be an option. For instance, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You can play that game with just the Wii Remote. But what does this have? The big features you can see right off the bat is it's a map screen. And what kind of map screen? Well, if I press the pause, you see that it's the same thing when you first hit the pause button and a lot of the same features. But let's go back to the gamepad. This is something that's running throughout. On the left here you have some of your map icons. So you got points of interest with the question mark. You have side quest. So it can be a nice thing to do as you build up more quests and stuff to easily look down without having to pause every second. You can also zoom in with a nice tap. All the hotkeys work well. I'm about a couple of hours in here at this save spot, excuse me. So these icons are your sketches. So like from the first game, you have your icon that you could, your anvil icon that you could hit to drop an anvil. You got the TV stopwatch and then the fairy right here. So those work easily with button presses. But that's it for the gamepad. So for one, the other big feature that a lot of games are having that I've found really big, once again, Call of Duty Black Ops or Batman or even Assassin's Creed 3, you can take that image and bring it down here to the gamepad, play exclusively, and it seems like something you'd be able to do since this uses just these buttons. You really don't need these things. They could be mapped out. That is not an option. No off TV play. I find that to be pretty disheartening. So many other games are using it, and I feel like it's a big feature for people that want to play when someone else is utilizing the TV. Now, what does this version have other than the gamepad enhancements? The HD visuals. Now, it's going to be harder to see without direct feed footage. You can see that in HD, Mickey and Oswald and here in Wasteland look pretty darn good. The only problem, another trade-off you have is once you start moving around and going throughout some of the environments, the frame rate starts to take a dip in a lot of places. Now here hasn't been too bad throughout Oztown, but you will see frame rate stutters. The one good thing is it hasn't affected me too much, or really at all, in the gameplay department. It's a 3D platformer. I haven't like missed any jumps or timing been thrown off by the frame rate stutters, but you would hope with this HD visual that you wouldn't have to give up that trade-off. So that's basically what you're looking at. I wish I could tell you that the Wii U was the definitive version for Epic Mickey, but really if you like the pointer controls and a more steady frame rate, even though it's not in HD, you may want to stick with the Wii version, especially when the gamepad doesn't have as good of implementation as a lot of other games. It almost comes across like they didn't have enough time or possibly a bit lazy. But that's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two for Wii U. Thanks for watching.